Hi guys, this video is on fascia release. This is going to be a fascia release made simple technique, and we're going to go into the chin. And if we can imagine, there's a sheet of something called like a layer of fascia, and it will glue to the next layer down of muscle or tissues or whatever, and there'll be like a line of this dry sticky stuff underneath the first layer. And what we're trying to do is scrub that and separate it, and then it will literally detach from the area so that it can move kind of like this, and you should be able to move more freely through yourself. So it's kind of like I'm going to put pressure here, and then I'm going to go in, and you got to have myofascial release, so pressure 1, 2, 3 seconds or so, and then we're trying to scrub it. It's like you have a line of this hard tissue, and it's like it's all bunged up this way, and I'm trying to separate it this way, and I'm scrubbing it, and what you can feel is it'll all open up and separate, and when it's open there's less tension throughout here, so there's more room to move your face. If not, it feels like your face is stuck in Chinese handcuffs, which is like that I can't let go, I'm so stressed kind of a deal, or I got so much on my plate or whatever. However you kind of word these things, the fascia is part of the interface that helps us recognize that we're taking a lot into our plate, or that the environment carries a stressor or a threat. Whether or not the threat or the stressor is true, your body will send off these signals, and I believe what's happening is you're hacking into the amygdala, so to speak, like backdoor through the fascia, or it's like a hardwire of your fascia or your nervous system, your amygdala fear response, so that it can't just take control and then make you feel like you have zero power. Instead, this gives you a percentage, 20, 80%, whatever. It doesn't always make it go all the way away, anxiety and stress, it doesn't, but the fact that you have some kind of option is wonderful. It gives the body hope, and it's motivating. If you have zero way out versus if you have a little percent of a way out, the body will learn to adapt to that little way. And so that's what we're trying to do. We want to give the body that little bit of use, or a little bit of a tool that we were born with. So I'm kind of letting the tissue pull and hang. It's like pressure and then let gravity take over. And what that does is it allows all this to open up. It was kind of glued down here. Like, see how I have this line here? That's literally like a section of fascia that's not just skin. And so I've got to go in and there we go. See, it's as if this eyebrow was glued down, which imagine if your face, like a yogi would say, no stress, no tension in the face while you're doing the movements. It's all just try to, instead of like, because all that tension manifests as like psychological stuff, and so if we can get rid of the tension through the somatic, through the body, then we can experience it through the mind a little less tension as well. Yeah. I'll make more videos on this. Every time or whenever I have inspiration to do so, I'll do these little clips. Yeah, I want you guys to have a lot of information, and sometimes more hits me, or sometimes I'll realize I forgot some from the last video. And it's all really similar stuff, but if you don't try it over different areas, it's almost like the brain feels like it's not allowed. Like what I just showed you with the face maybe feel more allowed, for example, than like trying to do that to your butthole, right? We gotta give our bodies the space and attention it needs, no matter which part of it is, and we gotta learn that self-love, which says, I have a butthole, I have feet, I have whatever the issue is, where we're kind of like, we feel a little uncomfortable presenting it to the world or even to ourselves. We learn this, and we can let go of the doubt that we have about ourselves, or the guilt or the shame, or whatever that is, wherever that comes from. After you move the fascia, you can practice like squeezing things too. If you move it, you'll get emotional freedom, and as you try to move that area, it's like, oh, it's nice. It's been a while since I've been able to do this. If you're really locked into your fascia, you'll see that you can go from an experience of like rather intense suffering to ease and peace and comfort, and it's pretty big of a spectrum from one side to the other of what you can accomplish with this, considering this is a tool that you have in your own body. No one has to sell you this. No one has to do this for you. It's nice to have somebody do this for you. Don't get me wrong. The oxytocin release, the neurology behind that, it adds to it. It changes it up. Plus, society, we're here for each other, but we're also supposed to be here for ourselves. Maybe first and foremost, if we're taking care of ourselves first and then the world second. Another cool thing about this tissue release stuff is it can be done while you're sleeping, so you can kind of be in a fog and just like, oh, I'm not, I got tension in my neck or my shoulder or something. You can rub it out and just go straight back to sleep, and it's really easy. If you guys have questions, put them up. I'll answer them. And that's a wrap.